Okay, so music. Yes, I'm going to talk about music, and I could probably stand up here for days upon days talking about music, but I wouldn't want to do that to you guys, so I'll narrow it down a little bit. Uh, I listen to music almost all the time, as I said in my first speech, and I'm sure you guys don't mind playing music yourself. Uh, and that's the amazing thing about music is everybody likes it. Everybody enjoys some type of music. And what's amazing about it to me is we don't always give it a thought about how music makes us feel. My dad is the one who got me into music. He to this day he still texts me almost every day, telling me about a different album that I should be listening to. It's a bond we've shared our entire life. And he just impressed me with the knowledge he had about music. I would ask him I would play a song for him, and he could name the artist and the title of the song almost instantly. And that's exactly what I wanted to be. So since a young age, I've been listening to the entire realm that you can think of, any genre. I probably could tell you an artist and a bunch of songs that I love from it, just because I wanted to know it all. And I couldn't play any instruments, so I was like, this is the next best thing. We would always quiz each other. He would quiz me about the music from his era, and then I would try to puzzle him with stuff from modern times. And only now that he's discovered Spotify, now he finally knows what modern music is. Of course, I like certain genres more than others, but I could never get the same feeling from one genre to the next. It would always be different. For example, I love the 40s and 50s music. So, there's people you may not know, the Ink Spots, Bing Crosby, the Andrew Sisters, but one that you all obviously know is Frank Sinatra. I love the big band, classic jazz type of sound that they portray, and it makes me feel like I'm in like a downtown 1940s bar in Las Vegas, like celebrating the end of the Second World War. It kind of brings me back to that time, which no other type of music can do, obviously. And the same goes for the 70s and 40s rock music. It also feels like it's bringing me back to that time, a time that I can think of stories that my parents have told me, like going to the nearest record store, picking up a vinyl, going back to your parents' basement and listening to it with your friends. The vintage feeling that all the older music gives you is priceless to me, and I think about it every time. And then lastly, of course, is music can bring out and harness so many different emotions depending on what you're listening to. So just by listening to certain types, you can feel happiness, sadness, anger, excitement. You can even become more confident. That's exactly why Spotify has so many different playlists for so many different activities. If you need to get a pump up while you're at the gym, there's music for that. If you need to sit down, study, focus, there's music for that. And like I said, if you are having a bad day, there's music that can boost up your confidence. Boost up your confidence, give you a second wind, and it'll just make you feel so much better about your day. So you see, music isn't really just about the beat and the lyrics. There's so much to it. And even though, like I said, I could go on with this topic for way longer, and I would like to, but I don't have quite the content to go that much longer. So if there's one last thing I would say this. Music is so powerful, and the next time you listen to something, just give it a little bit of a thought, and you'll be amazed what your mind can come up with.